Welcome to the coming apocalypse. Evangelist and pastor Paul Begley will take you on a journey into the end times prophecy. He'll examine current world events and explain how they relate to the end times. For decades, Pastor Begley has provided people all over the world with an understanding of today's world events from a biblical perspective. Now here's your host, Pastor Paul Begley.
All right, welcome to tonight's show. They have changed this thing on me on the phone line, and I don't see how to change it to a lecture. So I don't know where to change this to. So I don't know. I haven't done this in a while. So I don't know how to change it to a lecture. But anyways, welcome to the coming apocalypse. I guess this won't be a problem. We'll find out. But anyways, welcome to the coming apocalypse. And I don't know what to do with this thing. And we're going to go a little bit early tonight. We have the Fair Use Act going up here in good faith. The work contains the use of copyrighted and non-copyrighted images from the public domain for non-commercial and non-profit educational purposes. Nope. It's going to repeat, and I don't know how to make this mute. So I don't know if Paul can show me how to do this. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it in lecture mode. But anyways. So anyways. But, so, anyways, we're going to get started here. I hear Paul's going to come down. I hear his footsteps. So he's going to help me out here with this just for a minute. So if you guys can just not speak for a minute, we won't hear you guys, all right? All right, so Mike from around the world is going to join us tonight, and we're going to have Max read for us on Psalms 46. I hear Paul's going to come down. I hear his footsteps, so he's going to help me out here with this. Hang on one second, because it's repeating us. How do you do the lecture mode?
Just turn off radio. Okay. See where it says attendees? Mm-hmm. Just click on the attendees. See that right there? Mm-hmm. Click on attendees, and then it says mode. Oh. Click on mode. Then it says lecture. Put it on lecture. Not on mute.
All participants are muted.
There you go.
Okay.
Just all I do is push lecture. Do you see how I did it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to turn Jesus around.
All right. So Pastor Paul has saved the day. Yay. All right, thank you, baby. Sorry to bother you.
No problem. You still there, guys?
Okay. All right, so we've got that going on. So let's go to Psalms 46, and we're going to let Max read Psalms 46 for us. I think. I can't get Max to play for me either. Remember this? Max would never play for me. Remember that?
Psalm 46.
All right.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof, Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord. What desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah.
Amen. And so we always like to open that up with a God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. And we're getting ready to hear some of these things that Mike from around the world is getting ready to share with us. We want to always remember that God is our refuge and our strength and a very present help in trouble. So we're going to keep Psalms 46 open, and we're going to remember that, all right? Let's go and take a look at the latest earthquakes. 53 earthquakes. We've had swarms of earthquakes today up along the Cascadia fault line, as well as on the New Madrid fault line as well. 4.5 in China. It's just kind of been all around the whole ring of fire everywhere. There's just been swarms and swarms of earthquakes today. Let me see if I can get this to scroll down here for us. 4.9 in Japan. Like I said, 4.5 in China, 4.7 in Indonesia. It's just like bouncing off all over the place. 4.4 in Albania. And then again, the swarms all the way in California, Oklahoma, just all over the place. A 5.5 in Santo Antonio, someplace. It's in Africa. I have never heard of this place before. Brock's showing it there to you as well. Tajikistan as well. Washington State, Alaska, Puerto Rico. It's just all over the place. Guatemala had a 4.7. Indonesia. So everything is just unrest. Dominican Republic had a 2.9. Mexico had a 4.1. Guatemala had 2 in a row, 5.1 and a 5.9. China, 4.9, 4.6 a 5.6 in the Northern Mariana Islands, 4.8 in Fiji Islands, 4.7 in the Philippines. That's what I'm telling you. It's just unrest, 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 unrest. The volcano in Alaska, 3.0 and a 3.8 in Alaska. 5.1 in Japan, the Fiji Islands again, 5.5, 53 earthquakes, just all over the place. Lots and lots of earthquakes all over the place. Hawaii, 2.5 was the most recent. So there's just unrest all over the place. The New Madrid fault line, there's just been earthquakes going on over there. Oklahoma, what is this other little place here? Colorado, all kinds of earthquakes all over the place. Washington State, all the way up to Alaska, like all the corners of Alaska, just everywhere. So, and then Japan has had a couple shakeups today, and the Mariana Islands, just everywhere. So we'll hear more about that. Then if you jump over here to spaceweather.com, the solar winds have picked up. It's up to 459.5 kilometers per second. The Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Millions of people are about to see this. They're calling it the Ring of Fire solar eclipse. In the daytime sky, an annular solar eclipse on December the 26th, the day after Christmas. The moon will pass directly in front of the sun, not quite covering the entire solar disk. The path of the annular cuts across Saudi Arabia, India, Indonesia, and Guam, as Brock has been showing you for several days now, among other places. And it literally starts right about in Mecca, and it makes that whole crescent shape even, and it will look somewhat like a crescent moon with the way that it blots it out. So it's very interesting. They're calling it a ring of fire solar eclipse. Look at that. It's actually looks quite magnificent, but you will only be able to see it in that part of the world. So that's coming on December 26th. That's Drake's birthday, by the way. And the northern lights are being seen at 34,000 feet. A minor stream of solar wind hits the Earth's magnetic field on December the 18th, which that was yesterday. The impact did not cause a geomagnetic storm, but it did light up the Arctic skies. And some people were able to see that if you lived up as far as Anchorage, Alaska. All right. Of course, we didn't get to see it, but some people did. And then there were 33 fireballs in the sky. The near-Earth asteroids, again, are still being watched. Let's see, 2018 potentially hazardous asteroids on today, December, well, it's already December 20th in some places of the world. December 20th, 2019. 2018 potentially hazardous asteroids, all right? And there's a huge asteroid getting ready to skim past the Earth on what they call Boxing Day. That's called Boxing Day generally in the UK, which again is December the 26th. Also called Kwanzaa if you're in Africa, and also called Drake's birthday if you're in the Begley family. Right? It was my grandmother's birthday, actually. My grandmother's gone on to heaven now, but it was my grandmother's birthday, and Drake was born on her birthday, December 26th. You're going to see a huge asteroid skim past the Earth. Let's see. Here, December 26th, 372 meters in diameter. That is a huge asteroid. It will be 19 lunar distances away from the Earth, though. 19 lunar distances, so that's 19 moons away, all right? 19 moons away. So that gives us a lot of clearance, even though it is quite a big asteroid, all right? All right. Cosmic rays in the atmosphere. Now, this is a quandary to me. Spaceweather.com is the one who actually put out these measurements. They said that they've been doing these measurements, and because they were concerned, they have this whole write-up here that they were concerned that they saw the increase in the cosmic rays intensifying with the radiation, that they had intensified to 18%. One day they actually had this here that it had increased to 22%. Then they took it down, and since then they've had it down to 18%. As you see here today, their graph still says 18%, but not space weather, but strange sounds actually grabbed their article when they put it at the 22%, and they took that article and they went with it. So they said something ironic is happening in the Earth's atmosphere. The solar activity is very low. However, the atmospheric radiation is heading in the opposite direction, and cosmic rays are percolating through the air around us at a 5-year high. So they grabbed that graph, which Brock is showing you there from spaceweather.com, when they actually showed it at the 22%. And why they took that down, I don't know. I don't understand. And I actually had Bart researching to see if he can find somebody at spaceweather.com to explain to us why they took their graph down. But he couldn't find anybody to ask. So he's still researching that. If anybody knows, I would really like to know why they changed that. But anyways, we are currently entering a solar cycle 25, similar to solar cycle 24. Solar activity is very low. However, new cosmic ray balloon data show an all high atmospheric radiation and a 5-year high cosmic ray radiation. Now learn why it is kind of scary in the article below. As shown in the map above, radiation levels have been increasing almost non-stop since the monitoring program began, with recent flights registering the highest levels of all. During the solar minimum, which is currently underway, the sun's magnetic field weakens. All right? And this allows the energetic particles from deep space to penetrate the solar system. As the solar activity goes down, cosmic rays go up. And so, like I said, they've been measuring this. Now, it forms a wave. It's cyclic, which, you know, most life is cyclic, right? We all have cycles that we follow, and that includes Earth, that includes space. And so we did have a cycle somewhat like this back in 2009, 2010. But here we are peaking again, and peaking very rapidly. But another way to measure the cosmic rays is using a neutron monitor. Neutrons are an important way of a secondary cosmic ray. They reach the Earth's surface with a relative ease and are biologically effective. A new neutron data from a geophysical observatory in Finland show that cosmic ray radiation has been increasing for the past 5 years, and even more are within percentage points of the space age record set in the late 2009 and 2010 near the end of a very deep solar minimum. So what are the dangers of this? Like, why do we care, right? Cosmic rays penetrate commercial jets, delivering whole body dosages equal to 1 or more dental x-rays, even on regular flights across the U.S. Cosmic rays pose an even greater hazard to astronauts, of course. Cosmic rays can alter the electrochemistry of the Earth's upper atmosphere and are thought to play some role in sparking lightning. And also on spaceweather.com, they give you links to studies that can show that it can cause cardiac arrhythmias if you are prone to such a thing, especially. They are also talking about the most intense sunlights on the Earth, and especially the higher the altitude, the higher the UV rays, which of course can correlate to cancers, especially skin cancers. So you don't want to be out there without any kind of protection, right? So that's very, very concerning. And going right along with that, ask the people in Australia, and we do have quite a few online church members from Australia. Down in Australia, they just broke again the hottest day record. Just the day before, they had the hottest day ever, recorded ever. Well, that was the day before. Well, then the next day, today, they broke the record again. So Australia is setting the record for the hottest day ever, recorded 2 days in a row. So a full degree higher again. So the Bureau of Meteorology said that the new nationally averaged maximum was reached on Wednesday, topping, now this is the average maximum, is topping 40.9 degrees hit on Tuesday, which beat the previous record. But what we really want to talk about is the fact that the previous hottest December day was 49.5 degrees Celsius in Birdsville, Queensland in 1972. But today in Nullarbor in South Australia, it broke the record when it hit 49.9 Celsius on Thursday afternoon. So we calculated that to be around 121.8, I believe it was, Fahrenheit. 121.8 Fahrenheit. Hottest ever on the globe recorded. We can't keep doing that. At some point, that's going to be not compatible with life. Look at there, the koala bears. And they are just gorgeous, the koala bears. But it's not going to be compatible with life. I mean, obviously, you get dehydrated very easily. You can have heat strokes. All kinds of things can go wrong when you are dealing with heats at that levels. And our brothers and sisters down in Australia are dealing with record heats. Then top that off with the wildfires that they've been dealing with for months now. These wildfires, everything's hot, everything's dry. Then you have these record heats. We really need to be praying for our brothers and sisters down in Australia that are dealing with this. Now I've been hearing from several people in Australia who keep telling me that their skies look odd to them. They have either gold hues, or their sunsets and sunrises are looking